Hello, everybody. This is Sharonda, and this is my YouTube channel and podcast, Spiritual Sense. And in this podcast, I go over a variety of topics in regards to the paranormal, hauntings, out of body experiences, near death experiences. I speak on angels, demons, ghosts, apparitions. I also go into some pagan and religious practices and belief systems. Okay. And I also incorporate a daily reading or a tarot reading into my podcast as well. Okay. So I do my tarot reading a little more differently than the average person may do their tarot card reading. Okay. Um, so I have already placed my cards. Typically, when I do a reading, I oftentimes don't know what the reading entails, and sometimes I get visited by spirits in regards to where the reading is going. So it could be a reading that is focused on one particular thing that applies to a massive amount of people, or a few people. Um, but oftentimes, if it's someone that is on the other side, their spirit will begin to step in and alert me as to if it's applicable to that situation. Okay. Um, so before I proceed, I'm going to say, Father, Supreme Being of all being, I don't know what I'm doing this reading on. I do feel like it is a relevant reading. I did not do a reading on yesterday because I was out and about, and but I pray for infinite knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and capability as you give me information in regards to this reading. Okay. So, as I mentioned in the past, I particularly use the Celtic Cross, which is a 10 card spread. You have 6 cards that's in a formation of a cross in the middle, and then you have the 4 additional cards, which is going to be the 6 cards in the middle. Then you have the 4 cards, which will be 7, 8, 9, and 10, being the outcome in regards to the Celtic Cross. I like to say that this podcast and this YouTube channel is for entertainment purposes. And what does that means is, if it just so happens that you're not in agreement with tarot card reading, I do have other podcasts that you may find of interest. I have a podcast of ancient ancestry that I just started on last week, and where I will provide information about ancient African history, as well as ancient history of different cultures across the globe, and that is called Ancient Ancestry. I have Holistic Health, which is a podcast where I go over your natural remedies, your old wise type of remedies, that chicken noodle soup type of recipes that your grandmother and Big Ma or whoever used as a child to help those particular ailments, such as colds and flu and things of that nature. Okay, so that's holistic health. I have Health Matters, where I pull information off of Mayo Clinic, um, the CDC, to name a few, and a couple more websites. And I provide information in regards to chronic care type of diseases and as such. And I will be incorporating more mental health related information on that podcast as well. And so those are 4 podcasts: Ancient Ancestry, Spiritual Sense, Health Matters, and Holistic Health. Okay? So today is Thursday, which is December the 30th, and let me proceed with my reading. So I have already laid out my cards, and let me proceed. The first card we have here is the what? 3 of Cups, Celebrations, Bright Happenings. Card 2, this is the barrier. This is what's the issue, not issue, this is what the obstacle or barrier is. It says two of Pentacles, money confusion, juggling 2 situations or ideas around. Card 3. Okay. the Emperor card. This is what's above the situation, or this is what you're trying to attain. So it says stability or stabilizer influence coming into your life. Typically, when I get this reading, it is in reference to employment. So I feel like this reading, just in turn and listening to it, I feel as though that um, it's actually I feel like it's a particular profession that is calling for those individuals out there who may be looking for a job, or I feel like this reading is in regards to those individuals out there that are looking for a sign as to making a transition to another field. Okay. Something is telling me that there has been some concerns about whether you should stay in the job field that you're in, or you need or would need to venture off into another field. So I feel like this is what the focus is in regards to this reading right now. I showed this is the issue right here. This is the root of the issue. I have 7 of Pentacles. Work frustration, hard work needed to be done either at work or a situation in life. So whomever this person is, I feel like you've been struggling to get your sign. I feel like you've been struggling about where you should go in your venture, particularly for the 2022 year. Like, where should I go? Should I remain where I am? I feel as though this is somebody who has not felt secure or stable in their job, and they're looking for a sign as to where I need to go, where I should head to, because I don't feel any sense of stability or security. Um, I think because of this um, frustration and feeling of helplessness or even hopelessness, you're very depressed behind this. Okay, and you're unable to see or have not been able to see the signs. And I feel as though God is going to give you the sign as to where your transition or to another phase in your life begins. Okay, so because I do feel as though this is someone who no longer desires to continue in the field that he or she may be in, and they're looking to get off into another career path. Um, so I have here King of Wands, man over 25, restless, outspoken, ambitious. So I feel as though um, this is a warning to you, or an alert to you to where you need to transition over to something better. And I use that word interchangeably. Um, Transition don't always mean, death. It could be a change or a new beginning of coming into your own in regards to your career path, your life's journey. And I feel as though this is where it is at this time. I feel as though it's going to be something that you're going to see monumental, and it's going to be like an aha moment. So, because I have the celebrated people card that's here, so it's going to take something that is drastic. Like God is going to, when you begin to see what it is, it's going to come to you in a form of like a celebrity, or a monumental, something that is astronomical. This will let you know this is your sign, because sometimes we don't want to see the signs, but this is where it's going to, how it's going to come to you in regards to your venture. Peace and harmony, needed to take the blindfold off. Keep reassuring the situation at hand. So what I do feel as though you've been blinded and sidetracked because of your frustrations, because of your being bottled with one thing after the next. And so God is going to show you. And when he begins to do that, that alertment or that enlightenment, it's kind of like a twinkle. Like you will begin to see and know things because it's going to be like a twinkle when you see a person. That's God letting you know what that is. I know it sounds crazy. Trust and believe it. That's how you would know that there is a message and the message is for you. It's going to show like a twinkle. That's the only way I can put it, because I have had this to happen to me not a whole lot of times. I wouldn't even say 5 times, maybe 3 or 4 times, where it's a twinkle. You will see a twinkle. It's just like a twinkling within. I just can't explain it. That's the best way I can put it. And that's how he will alert you and make you aware as to, okay, this is where your venture is. Okay? And this is what is for you. So card 7, again, card 7 is what? Hopes, fears, and dreams. Young woman to 25, spying or deception, reflecting back over your shoulder. I feel as though you have had some issues with seeing this because of who you've been placed around. Sometimes it takes us going outside of ourselves to be able to see the situation for what it is. And when you are placed around individuals who it's not that necessarily that they're ignorant, but naive. When you're placed around people that are very naive, that you will begin to see through their eyes. But when you take some time back, you will begin to see how your identity mesh around those around you without you even knowing about it. And this is how spirit works. This is how spirituality and spirit works. Okay? And so what I feel like is there's going to be some changes to your attitude. It's what's going to happen. Um, because God is going to show you the real you. Once you begin to step outside of yourself, He's going to show you the real you, and He's also going to make it apparent to you as to what a lot of that energy is coming from. And typically, chances are, it's because of whom you are surrounded by. And so once you are able to step outside of yourself, God will show you, as this person is, this is how you are. Meaning, this is the journey where you need to head. So it could very well that, let's say you're an automotive mechanic, and all of a sudden you decide, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe I want to do a little bit more, you know, office type of administrative type of setting. Maybe I want to get off into computer or engineering, software design, something of that nature. And so you'll begin to see in certain individuals, he's going to show it to you. It's just going to be a twinkle, and you would know. You will know. So I have card 8. Card 8 is what hopes. What's surrounding. This is judgment card. So he's going to assist you with your judgment. Before I read the card, he's going to assist you with your judgment. So sometimes when we're, surrounded by people that are contrary to how we feel and think about a situation, we will lose sight of things. And sometimes our judgment will become impaired. So I show right now, decisions pending finality. This only decision that can be made under the circumstances. So this is your confirmation right here. Okay? God is going to send a spirit your way. And when I say spirit, I use it interchangeably when I'm speaking about humans as well as when I'm speaking about actual the unseen. Many times he will what? He will allow spirits to inhabit people, and they would just come to you like a bright and shining armor, as they say, and you would know, and it will be a guide. And many of the times, these people are not even aware of what they're saying to you, but somehow God is what? Using them as a vessel to enlighten you about things. This is your journey. You are on a path to excellence. Just in case no one has told you so, you are on a path to excellence. And God is going to let it rain in your life, and you will begin to see it. He does exaggerate things so people are able to notice it and be aware of it. He does do that. Sometimes it will show in a contrast, meaning you will have tunnel vision, like he will expand even the colors. Like you may see some gray areas in one area, and then he'll expand or illuminate the colors so you would know. You would know that this is what this is. Card 9. Card 9 is hopes, fears, and dreams. So I have King of Swords, man over 25, brown eyes and brown hair, cold, abrasive, demands respect. So you are going to, this is your authority. You're going to walk in authority, is what that means. Okay? This is your time to shine and your time to reign. And you're going to own it. And it's going to be yours. And when you get it, you're going to reign and walk in authority. But trust and believe, don't mishandle that power. Because when you are walking in authority, it is so easy to get sidetracked. It's so easy to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're going to have temptations. As they say, follow the yellow brick road. You're going to have the trolley thoughts. You're going to have the trolley trolls. You're going to have the demons, the imps. You're going to have all of that along the way. But you keep your eyes on the prize, because this is your journey and you are on your path to greatness. So the outcome. This is the outcome. I have young woman to 25 travel overland. So this can very well be a message to where you're going to travel on a land that's different from your own, different from where you're used to. That's what I show. Okay? May not necessarily, I mean, you may actually, if that is what God's intent for you, you may have to go to another state, town, location, or even country. So that could very well mean that, your path to excellence and greatness require for you to travel. But it's going to be from a place that's different from what you're comfortable with. So sometimes we have to come out of our comfort zone to hit or to go towards greatness and what God has for us. And many of the times, it could be very scary for us. Trust and believe it, I know. It can get very scary. Sometimes you're feeling restless. Sometimes you just, oh my gosh, full of anxiety, pressure. Trust and believe it, I know. I know. And this is how you know the spirits has been summoned. You have to go with it. You have to go with it, because you're going to find out once you get to that path of excellence or head into that journey, you're going to see that those who are on that path or who have been on that path, what the secret is. I'm simply a walking vessel. I have no control. This is God putting these spirits in me to get up and prompt me to do these things. Trust and believe it. I know. I know. It's going to be scary. It's going to seem spooky. But if you keep your eyes on the prize and try to stay focused, I feel like there's a whole lot of greatness behind the scenes. Okay? So I feel like that was a good reading for today. Okay? And again, the tarot card reading, I find it to be very therapeutic for those individuals who out there who, may be into tarot card or may, you know, be interested in getting off into tarot card reading. It is very therapeutic, and you would get messages from God and spirits. I kid you not. And many people may tell you that tarot card reading is devil's work and all that other stuff. That's craziness. That's because they don't have a true relationship with how God works and how the spirit works. Everything is God and God is everything. Okay? He will alert you in many vessels. I mean, any vessel that he chooses to alert you and give a message. Okay? So I am going to close out this podcast as well as this YouTube channel, Spiritual Sense, for today. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. Until then, you have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.